So I got me a good amount of green beans, have for dinner. Any idea just how big acorn squash plants get. That's taken up about, I would say, 15 by 20 feet. Just those two plants. And there's my yellow squash over there, and pumpkin, and my two cucumbers, and the ones I just planted. And there's the tomatoes and potatoes, and the corn that the raccoons haven't destroyed yet. But you can see we had a pretty good storm come through and kind of bend the corn down. Get a couple days of sunshine, it'll straighten up. And there's the field corn. It's getting up there about, I'll say 8-9 feet. I don't understand why the raccoons can't pick on that corn. And there we got acorn squash starting to produce. So when they do, I'll put a lot of it up in the freezer along with the yellow squash, which I'm about picking one a day. Seems to be about the normal production for one plant, which is really good. I don't really worry too much about the weeds anymore. The plants are big enough now to kind of grow faster, and that's about the size I like to get them at. They get any bigger than that, they start losing their flavor. Starts getting a little bit tart. So I try to pick them a little earlier. I think I'll let that one go till tomorrow, just because I can't carry everything. Well, there's the beans and squash. Cucumbers are next. You can already see one here. This thing was only about 2 inches yesterday. And after all that rain, it does not take long. The trick with cucumbers is finding them. Like that one will be pickable by tomorrow. Same with that one. I almost had to do like a pre-scouting. I tried to rail them up and they just didn't want to do that, I guess. So next year I'll have to do better. So I was hoping the bucket was going to be big enough to make one trip, because it's really muddy out here. But I haven't even got to the tomatoes yet, or the peppers. Looks like we'll be making 2 trips. Oh, luckily I have another bucket out here. There's tomato plants. I generally pick the tomatoes when they're orange going to red, and then by the next day they're red and ready to eat. So I pick them a day early just to make sure nothing happens bad to them. Here's one of the pumpkin pie pumpkins ripening up. I got another one on the end. It'll start producing pretty heavily. Red cabbage, I put it up high so the rabbits couldn't get it. And then the potato plants, I think, are getting pretty close to harvesting. I mean, as long as there's still some green on there, I'll let them go, but I'm thinking one of these I'll harvest by the end of the week once it dries out. And here's the pepper plants. And let me see, got some small ones there. So I'm gonna let them mature. They're not quite ready yet. But probably by the end of the week I'll have some good green peppers. Here's the black cherry ones. Looks like there's a bunch of them down there. That's why I said I'm gonna have to plant these further apart next year. I just forgot just how big these plants can get. I don't know if you can hear the howl in the background. And there's my green pepper one. My jalapenos I'm gonna leave on there because I've already got 3 picked. And then these we discovered are pretty hot. I don't think they're habanero hot, but they are hotter than the jalapenos. And then huge tomato plant there. Plants. And I think these are supposed to be like a purple variety. So I'll be curious how that goes. Sunflowers are doing well. And the corn is pretty much going to the raccoons. So probably won't plant corn next year. Just no reason to put forth all that effort just to have them come and eat off it. Maybe I'll put a bowl of food out here and maybe that'll keep them away from the corn. Probably not. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Hope your gardens are doing well. I'm pretty happy with mine, and I'll probably expand the garden a little bit next year. You know, I got the 12 grow bags, which I'll do. I'll probably get maybe about 2 or 4 more bigger ones. Probably go to some 50-gallon ones and add that to it. And then the area I'm not taking up with corn, I'll probably put more beans and maybe peas in. All right, Mac Beans Farms and Prepping, and Mac Beans Guys Fitness out.